Hi, this is Alex with 724 Support TV. Today we're going to be unboxing the Lian Pitstop T60 ATX Micro-ATX Test Bench. Looks like a pretty cool product. It's got big open spaces for you to swap your hardware in and out quickly, cable management and routing along the side. We'll see how it looks. Alright, here we go with the unboxing. Open the top up. Got an assembly guide, which we'll look at later. Top bits, cardboard, mounting brackets, bunch of screws, connectors, rubber standoff feet, reset and power buttons, labels, that kind of thing. More brackets, mounting plates, back end for the PCI. Power supply back end, probably 3.5-inch drives. Main legs. It's probably going to be the motherboard tray. Yep. This will probably be the motherboard tray. That's going to be accessories. And looks like that's everything. Definitely going to be a lot of assembly required on this one. Okay, we're about to start assembly on the Lian Pitstop T60. I've taken all the parts out of their individual packages and I've got the manual, which I haven't read yet, and I'm going to figure this out as I go along. Doesn't say whether the bevel should be up or down. I'll start off by using H screw to secure bottom panel to right panel and figure out which way the feet should go on after the signs are on. So just to show you what's tripping me up here, I'm looking at these instructions. So I'm supposed to use the H screw to secure the bottom panel onto the right panel. Okay. From the picture on the right, it looks like the leg of the chassis is on top of the bevel. Okay. The issue is whether or not these holes are going to line up. So I'll bring the parts over. So you can see on the bottom panel, there's a grand total of 2 holes on the bevel there. On the leg, I have a whole bunch of holes. Now, this one here and this one here are not threaded. These inside smaller ones are threaded, and both of these holes line up with the hole on the bottom. So one needs to divine that the screw probably goes into the threaded holes. Makes sense, yeah? All right. This end of the bottom panel has 2 holes. This end of the bottom panel has 4. Which end is supposed to be right? Which end is supposed to be left? Who knows? Doesn't say. So we're going to take this end, these holes here, this end, those holes there, line them up like that. Now that's not going to work on the other side, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. So again, this side, same set of 4 holes, but this end only got 2 of them. So there's the purpose of the hole through there that I mentioned earlier. You can see I've got PSU support bracket screw through there. Apparently this thing cuts out after 30 minutes. So, next we're going to use the B screws to secure the PSU tray. On the left-right panel, and H to secure the bottom panel. PSU tray, this guy. So the next step is right up on here. I'm going to install screws here and springs there. Apparently for sound dampening. There. Not bad. Like so. Can't really see them on there, but there we go. And those will help isolate vibrations from the power supply. I'll show you how this works. So we've got those screws and springs from before, and then that guy just slides right in there. And then a couple of thumb screws at the back so it can easily be pulled out. I want to point out that the instructions actually aren't getting any better in terms of distinguishing where to screw things in. It's just that I'm running out of other places to put them, so it's becoming more obvious. That and the fact that, you know, I've gotten a little bit better at divining what it is that they want you to do. So something I noticed that's pretty sloppy. You take a look, the cutout for the motherboard and the 5 1/4 inch brackets, which are now installed, intersect. So we've got here and here. These are poking out into the cutoff for the CPU support bracket on the back end of the motherboard, and there's really no reason why they should. So, 3.5 inch installed. So the next step is to assemble the handle with the other half of the handle, which has a bevel and it says slide it in and screw it. Now attach it to the top and we're done. There we have it. Complete. The motherboard support bracket gets a rubber pad here. There's that. There's the rubber pad. There we go. Generally a pain in the butt to put together. Documentation is unclear in a lot of steps. Provided pictures are black and white, lack enough contrast to actually be useful. Engineering diagrams would be better if they had them. Something from the CAD maybe. But with a bit of perseverance and probably prior experience, you can do it.
Hi, this is Ron from 724 Support TV with a postscript on the Lian workbench. You'll notice it looks a little different today. That's because these really hard to follow instructions have tiny little pictures. But when we compared it to the picture on the actual large box, we discovered that the motherboard was backwards. The motherboard tray was backwards. So, following the large picture on the box, we reversed it. That simply meant undoing a total of 4 thumb screws, turning it around, and voila, there it is. Looks much better that way. There you have it. All in all, I think this is an interesting device, but the proof will be in the pudding, and so we're going to use it in the next couple of builds just to see how it works out and if it's helpful. Thanks very much. Subscribe, press the like button if you liked it, and wait for our next one. Watch that. Thanks.